Good afternoon, everyone. Emergency landing, hail damaged aircraft, Texas. A more correct description would have been forced out of the sky with hail so thick it couldn't fly through it. Newfoundland, media says this is a sprinkling of snow today, June 4th. Try to play the video, load error, but it's 22 years since St. John Airport saw snow in June. Over in Italy, massive hailstorm, smashing windshields as well. This video is brought to you by TrueLeafMarket.com. Sprouting seeds for microgreens, arugula. And you can find that Adapt 2030 link below for True Leaf Market, as well as all the stories for tonight's video in the description box below. Gonna bring you over here to Texas. American Airlines plane damaged by bad weather. That's kind of an understatement when we take a look at the nose cone, the windshield from this thing, and also the wings and other parts that were smashed and battered by hail in the sky, forcing this aircraft down. Not so much damaged. Flight 1897. We're going to zoom in on this so you can really get a good look. This was the flight pattern it was taking, and then suddenly it ran into this front here. It couldn't find its way through. Even with the modern navigation, they just still had to take the pounding. So I do want to zoom in on here so you can really see the extent of the damage on this aircraft. You got to give credit to those pilots, applaud them. They landed this thing with almost zero visibility, instrumentation out, and they were asking the flight tower for guidance to get them in because they were flying blind basically. Take a look a little bit closer in here to the windshield. They were able to see out of one of the side windows, but the other side window was also smashed out as the hail was coming to the side during this event. There is video with social media inside with people, cameras rolling while this event took place. This wasn't a hail-damaged aircraft that kind of found its way out and then made an emergency landing. This was an aircraft that dropped out of the sky, being forced down, literally being driven out of the sky by hail. And I've talked about this increasing in ferocity and intensity as we get into the grand solar minimum. The media is doing a lot of damage control on this because last year it happened 4 times. Now, speaking of hail, let's jump over to northern Italy. Now, how big is that in the hand? I really don't know how big that hand could be, so let's put a ruler next to it. You can see the approximate size. And as the intensification of the grand solar minimum continues over the next 10 to 12 years, these hailstones are going to continue to be larger in size as well. These are mini, what you're seeing now, mini. And we've seen across every single continent damage from hail, and now it's starting to break windshields. This is showing the vulnerability of greenhouses at the moment. So this next step, when we try to move and shift agriculture, I don't know how resilient greenhouses are going to be to this new increased hail size. Also, super deflection in the media here. Cruel spring joke, Newfoundland. Snow in June. Now they're saying it's rare, even the meteorologists up there, and then the last time they even had any type of snow in June was 22 years ago in St. John's. It went below freezing as well. Wind chills down into the low 20s Fahrenheit. Now you notice it says error loading the media. And this is just one day ago, the news story, so I'm wondering why it's an error loading. But this was the original picture before you click that play button. But in the article, which I already did a story on, linking the foot-plus blizzard of snow just a week and a half ago on May 24th and 25th, error loading the file. It couldn't be played either. So what is it with global news loading their videos that they don't allow you to watch and play in their streams? So here we have to go. Social media, Twitter, so you can find the images that you can't find on the media that's supposed to be covering these stories. Take a look at some of the snow depth totals here. And again, the media putting out a sprinkling of snow today. I'll let you judge if you think this is a sprinkling or not. Here we go. Look at the ground cover. That's just a sprinkling. Headline reads, Newfoundland's never-ending winter with just a sprinkling of snow even covering the roads. And these huge thick flakes coming down along little bay islands. A sprinkling covering trails in the forest, and a sprinkling with 40-mile-an-hour winds blowing. How would you feel if you saw this much snow in June? Well, I would think the grand solar minimum's intensifying and the media is trying to mask it by putting out words like sprinkling. That's what I would think when I saw snow in June. How about you? Thanks for watching. Hope you got something out of the video. The signs all around us, they're getting larger.